wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
Want to just get out of town with your friends and family? Are you having a corporate getaway and have no adequate transport? Then this here is what you need to listen to. A brand new 35-seater Yutong luxury bus is now up for hire at an affordable and negotiable rate. It comes fully equipped with aircon, TV for your relaxation, music soothing your trip, and DVD players to give you variety. Book now by calling 0955 0966 or 977 844 141.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Air Jungle.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on Prime TV Main News. To present it, my name is Abigail Mtale. A look at the headlines. Expelled MMD members declare their expulsion from the party as null and void. ZESCO board dissolved. Goodson Banda expresses shock at the appointment of Michael Kayengo as Education Minister. In international news, Boko Haram attacks Nigerian city of Gombe. Well, for these plus many more stories, join us shortly after this break. And now the main news in detail. 14th February of each year is celebrated as Valentine's Day. On this day, people show love to their loved ones in so many ways. As for traders, it is time to cash in by way of selling items which go with love, such as flowers, among other items. And this year, traders in the Central Business District of Lusaka say they have recorded an increase in their sales on Valentine's Day. Here's a report.
Valentine's Day began as a celebration of one Christian saint named Valentinus. It is celebrated on February 14th every year, although it is not a public holiday in many countries. While people around the world are celebrating this day, traders in Lusaka say they have recorded an increase in their sales. Some traders talked to in the Central Business District in Lusaka say they have recorded an increase as most people are buying gifts for their loved ones. The traders say they have taken advantage of the day to ensure that they make more sales.
And nice things for Valentine. We have cards for 15. Just nice things you can buy for someone special and make someone feel good. It's very good. It's going very great.
Just okay, people are moving and are buying. I think Valentine will be very fun.
A check by Prime TV News found people busy buying gifts for their loved ones.
Okay, Valentine, what I know is a lover's month. They have to express themselves to the loved ones. This is what I know. But on the 14th, it's just a special day. But every time they have to love their spouses.
With some not knowing the meaning of Valentine's Day, others have taken full advantage of the day to maximize their sales. It is hoped that those that are celebrating the day would do so responsibly.
So the special gifts and the special love comes from deepen from agaparav, the kind of things we can do. But today is a special day in love. When you are doing these things, actually, we need to show the kind of agaparav, a love of God. It's not by just a gift today, because it's Valentine and you are not in happy. We have to be in happy annually. The whole year you have been in happiness.
Gloria Mumba, reporting for Prime TV News in Lusaka.
The Minister of Mines, Energy and Water Development, Christopher Yaluma, has terminated the appointment of the current ZESCO board members. The minister's decision to dissolve the board is with immediate effect. This is according to a statement made available to Prime TV News in Lusaka. Mr. Yaluma has thanked the former ZESCO board members for their commitment and dedication during the periods they served as directors of the utility company. He said a new board will soon be announced that will be given clear mandates to ensure that the company continues to improve its performance. The opposition Rainbow Party has expressed disappointment with the appointment of MMD Mwandi Member of Parliament Michael Kayengo as Education Minister. Rainbow Lusaka Province Chairman Goodson Banda says it is shocking to see that a person who mocks President Sata by tearing his speech in Parliament can be considered for such an appointment. Mr. Banda states that such a move only goes to show that President Edgar Lungu is not making such with an independent mind, but being influenced by some outside forces. He notes that despite the PF toiling for 10 years to see to it that the MMD were voted out of office in 2011, the MMD members have regrouped to take over the PF, as can be seen. Mr. Banda said this when he met party officials in Kanyama constituency on Friday.
Honorable Kayengo is the person who dared the speech of the president in Parliament. And we are all very annoyed. We spoke. Some of them who are even speaking, they were together yesterday sharing the platform and laughing together. Me, I never saw KK after he lost an election to come again to say, no, we shall make with the MMD. No, he said, as we lost as unique, and we shall remain as unique. Even if today KK is a unique man, Grace Zulu is a unique man. Those are the people, our founders of this country, who have kept the morals in politics. That's why when Comrade Winterland said there's no morals in politics, that's it. This is what he meant. Where you find someone, you have no other common idea, then you come together. No morals. What will make me to be proud to start mingling with people like Mr. Kayengo, who actually did the speech which my president presented to Parliament?
Meanwhile, Mr. Banda says selfishness, greedy and violence has killed the PF. Mr. Banda notes that the PF of today is no longer the PF which was formed by the late President Michael Chilufya Sata. He says the party has become a show of itself, stating that come 2016, the party will be history.
Because what is happening, it is just selfishness. This journey we have embarked on is a very, very tough journey. We are going to be intimidated. You are going to be suppressed. But don't succumb to those oppression. Don't succumb to those intimidation. Fight for your country. This country does not belong to one political party. This country does not belong to one certain group of people. It does not even belong to any certain group of a tribe in Zambia. This country belongs to 73 tribes of this country. That's what makes Zambia.
Over 10 cooperatives in Sinda district in Eastern Province have not yet received farming inputs under the Fertilizer Input Support Program for the 2014 and 2015 farming season. Sinda District Commissioner Janet Mvula disclosed this during the Heads of Department meeting in Sinda. Ms. Mvula said 417 by 50 kilogram bags of decompound fertilizer and 19 by 10 bags of maize seed under FISP have been withheld by storage shed owners due to non-payment of storage fees by Nitrogen Chemicals of Zambia, NCZ. Ms. Mvula stated that the shed was contracted by NCZ without following tender storage committee procedures. The DC says she has already informed the Ministry of Agriculture about the issue. And commenting over the same issue, Senior District Agriculture Officer Faindani Nyerenda says the shed did not appear on an applicant's list to store the inputs and wondered why the shed was used by NCZ. Mr. Nyerenda has since called on farmers to be calm as the matter is being addressed by government. You are watching Prime Television's main news bulletin with me, Abigail Mtade. A reminder of the top stories as we take a commercial break. Expelled MMD members declare their expulsion from the party as null and void. ZESCO board dissolved. Goodson Banda expresses shock at the appointment of Michael Kaingu as Education Minister. We'll be right back after these commercials. Stay tuned.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. ZESCO, powering the nation.
What's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Thank you so much for still staying with us. We continue with the news. The Muhabi Lungu MMD-led executive has declared the expulsion of the 18 members who supported other political parties as null and void. Delivering the ruling on behalf of other members, MMD National Chairman Kabinga Mpande says the Nevas Mumba-led executive has no mandate to expel anyone from the party, as those deemed to be expelled are elected officials. Mr. Pande explains that their party's constitution does not allow any elected member to be expelled by the party president or anyone unless through a general conference. Mr. Pande says this at a media briefing in Lusaka.
Those suspensions, expulsions were not in accordance with the constitution of our party. Therefore, all those suspensions, expulsions are now and void. To this effect, I, as chairman of the party and also chairperson of the disciplinary committees in the MMD, which is in my office, I'm now instructing that all party officials who were allegedly appointed in place of some of these people should step down and allow these people to operate freely. Yeah.
Several NEC members, including Kembe MP, Ronish Kapasha, Refunsa MP, Kenneth Chipungu, Sinda MP, Levi Ngoma, Faustinus Nyangwe, and many others attended the meeting. And Mr. Pande wondered why MMD President Nevas Mumba keeps holding on to the presidency when most members do not want him. He explains that if the MMD is to be saved and remain viable on the political scene, Dr. Mumba should step down. He has since demanded for a general conference to elect new leaders.
The issues in the MMD were all caused by President Nevas Mumba. He's the one who led the party to go into three parts. One group supported PF, one group supported UPND, the minority group supported Mumba. The reason is simple. President Nevas Mumba, at the proper NEC, bona fide members of NEC, indicated to us that he has been meeting President HH with a view of an alliance, and that they had concluded what was remaining was just to sign an MOU on how the government will be run in an event HH won.
Meanwhile, the meeting, which was supposed to be held at Mika Lodge, was held at Mr. Lungu's residence as the Zambia Police Service denies them a permit to go ahead with the planned meeting. According to the Zambia Police, the decision to deny Mr. Lungu and others a permit to hold the meeting was as a result of security concerns. But Mr. Lungu has expressed shock that the party is now supposed to get a permit to hold a press conference. On Thursday, MMD National Chairman Mwansa Mbola Kulima announced that the party had mobilized cadres from the Copper Belt and Lusaka to physically handle the Muhabi Lungu team should they decide to go ahead with the planned meeting. Mr. Mbola Kulima explains that other MMD faction had no legal mandate to call for a meeting other than meetings called by party president Dr. Nevas Mumba. The Grand Coalition on the Campaign for a People-Driven Constitution in Zambia has clarified that the decision to eject Alliance for a Better Zambia President, Frank Bwalia, from a consultative meeting was not based on his political affiliation, but his stance taken with regard to the constitution-making process. Coalition spokesperson McDonald Chipenzi explains that the coalition ejected Mr. Bwalia from the meeting because of his stance on the constitution during the election campaigns, while he allegedly says that the holding of a national referendum as a means of adopting a new constitution was a waste of time and resources. Mr. Chipenzi said Mr. Bwalia's statement was a breach of the fundamental principles of the coalition. He said a statement issued by ABZ that its leader was ejected from the meeting because of his affiliation to the PF was a total misfabrication of facts. Mr. Chipenzi explains that the coalition respects the freedom of association by its members, contrary to the assertions by the Alliance for a Better Zambia that its ejection from the recently held Grand Coalition consultative meeting with political parties on the constitution was due to its association with the ruling Patriotic Front, PF. This is according to a statement made available to Prime TV by coalition spokesperson McDonald Chipenzi. On Friday, the coalition ejected Mr. Walia from a constitution consultative meeting which was being held by coalition members. Eastern Water and Sewerage Company Managing Director Lighton Kanoa says he is concerned over the increased illegal connections by residents in Petauke district. Mr. Kanoa says his company was concerned on the increased number of illegal water connections, mainly by commercial and domestic premises. He said his company will seek the intervention of the law to curb the vice. He disclosed that one member of staff of his company has been identified in the vice and has since been reported to the police in the area. Zanis reports that the utility company managing director said this in an interview in Petauke. Mr. Kanoa further disclosed that as a punitive measure, the culprits have had their water disconnected until investigations are concluded. Well, you are still watching Prime Television's main news bulletin. Just now we take a commercial break, but still ahead in international news, Boko Haram attacks Nigerian city of Gombe. Don't go away.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Welcome back, and now for the rest of the news. In international news, the Pope has appointed 20 new cardinals, boosting the number of men from developing countries in the group that will elect his successor. The new cardinals include the first prelates from Myanmar, Tonga, and Ethiopia. 15 are under 18, making them eligible to vote for the next pope. For the first time, there are more non-European than European cardinals in the electoral body as the Pope seeks to reflect the Church globally. With the appointments made during a colorful celebration at the Vatican, the Pope has underlined his determination to change the balance of power in the Church and make it more representative, says the BBC's Vatican correspondent, David Willey. Boko Haram Islamist militants have attacked the northeast Nigerian city of Gombe, residents say. Fighters overran a checkpoint on the edge of the city and explosions and gunfire were heard, they added. A security source and witnesses said the attack on the city was later repelled. Nigerian troops and a fighter jet were used in a counter-attack. Nigeria postponed elections due to be held on Saturday due to the insurgency in the northeast. Gombe, capital of Gombe State, has previously suffered suicide attacks, but correspondents say this was the first time Boko Haram launched a direct assault on the city. Well, for these plus many more international news, we monitored Al Jazeera.
Now, Boko Haram fighters have entered the city of Gombe in northeastern Nigeria. Local sources say the men fired heavy guns and issued leaflets calling on residents to boycott next month's elections. The attack prompted a 24-hour curfew in the area. On Friday, Boko Haram fighters attacked a town in neighboring Chad, killing at least 10 people.
For the first time, we see hundreds of hundreds of people with civilian dress are being there, mixing with the protesters, and we have hundreds of people were arrested from yesterday till today.
Okay,
and as I'm talking to you, I see hundreds of women in front of me are facing the police.
So people are taking to the streets despite being prevented by the police from protesting. Nabil Rajab, as you mentioned yourself, you've been arrested several times. You've served prison sentences. Do you see an improvement in the situation in Bahrain at all in these last 4 years? Have some of the demands of the opposition been met?
Unfortunately, not only the demands have not been met, but the situation of human rights has been deteriorated.
Saudi Arabia has become the latest country to close its embassy in Yemen over political instability and security issues. Earlier, the US, UK, France, Germany and Italy closed their embassies and evacuated their staff. Now, this follows last week's coup by Shia Houthi rebels in the capital, Sana'a. The UN Special Envoy to Syria says any resolution to the country's conflict must involve President Bashar al-Assad. Now, this is the first time the UN is saying so. Staffan de Mistura was briefing the press about his meeting with Syria's president in Damascus earlier this week. Myanmar's military says 47 soldiers have been killed in 4 days of fighting with ethnic Chinese rebels. The violence in Shan State, which borders China, started on Monday. The government says the soldiers were trying to stop the rebels from taking over the capital of Kokang region. China's foreign ministry has called for calm.
To end the news, here are the headlines once again. Expelled MMMD members declare their expulsion from the party as null and void. ZESCO board dissolved. Goodson Banda expresses shock at the appointment of Michael Kayengu as education minister. And finally, in international news, Boko Haram attacks Nigerian city of Gombe. Well, for these and other updates, you can as well check on to our website, which is www.ptvzambia.com. On behalf of the production team and the news crew, my name is Abigail Mtale.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. ZESCO, powering the nation.